What's up guys, Kevin with Precision Service. Here I got this Waldrich cross slide and compound slide. Right here, you can see it's got the Dykem blue on top of it. We're actually scraping the surface perfectly flat. Actually no, looks like we already scraped it flat on the back side, and then we took a surface grinder and we ground here. And what we're actually checking to do after this is we're probably gonna have to hand scrape these ways over here, as well as our dovetail, to make sure that's all true. The downside of this machine is usually I can put it on a way grinder, but I have to come off the surface. The grinding wheel has to come off the surface and back on, and because I have this fixed housing right here, I can't do that. Now we could technically machine it a little bit, but it's truly not that bad. It's probably easier just to hand scrape this thing and make sure it's all trued up. The surface that this thing rides on, the downside is, flip it over, it's all scored up. So what we're gonna have to do is, we're actually gonna be putting Turcite on the top of this surface because we wanna get all those marks out. The other reason why is that compound side actually hangs over the distance of this surface. It doesn't have that much motion in this axis for whatever reason. It is a compound. So we're gonna, since we're removing so much material off the flat and the V's, we're gonna have to build it back up on the top of the surface using Turcite. On the back side of this, you can already see we've scraped the top and try to true this thing up. The back side of here, try to flip this thing over, is Phenolic. Now this stuff is extremely thick. We were really shocked when we get this thing. I mean, I think we measured, it was like 230 thousandths, and we're measuring it by as close as we can by eye. I don't know if you can tell the color on that. So we are going to probably re-scrape this surface in because I don't think it'll be a problem. And then whatever we take off of here, we're also going to take off of the nut housing. Now this isn't scraped and we're just polishing it, taking all the crap off of it, but we're probably going to set this thing up, possibly grind this way here for whatever we take off of all these surfaces evenly. Keep in mind, we're going to take off of this as well, so then that way it's a true fit. And then behind me is I got the slide on the way grinder. So I'm going to come around here. Now this thing is filthy wet, but it is all freshly ground. So we got the flat, the binder, this is the gib side, and then we got the top flat. So why this job's a little bit difficult is you gotta line up so many surfaces it rides on just to get a true reading. And I'm gonna show you up here. So I believe which way it was. I think this way was the worst way over here. We had to take off about 8 thousandths, 8.5. So what that meant, putting this off, is I had to take 8.5 thousandths off of here, here, and here. We did grind the dovetail on here to make sure that's trued up, and then this is where the gib side is. So this is all completed. We're gonna put it up on the plate and double check it and make sure everything is true on this, because it's got to be extremely accurate. Then we'll start scraping the other surface to fit in here. And the center section here is where our lead screw goes. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's no bearings in here. It actually rides on a bushing, which is very, very unique. But I'm gonna get you more videos of that as soon as I get a little bit closer to that date and show you a step-by-step. But the grinding is pretty much done as long as it passes our inspection on the grinded square. And then we'll start scraping the cross slide into this. Thank you.